The smell hit him before the sight did. Rotting waste, damp earth, and something heavier, something that felt like despair clinging to the air. The millionaire slowed his luxury SUV on the edge of the city dump, irritated at first, then frozen in place when he saw a familiar scarf tangled near a pile of trash. His heart skipped when he noticed a woman curled protectively around a small boy, both motionless, both discarded like yesterday's garbage. In that moment, surrounded by wealth he had built and comfort he took for granted, he felt something inside him crack wide open. Before the story continues, if you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the idea that humanity still matters in a world that often feels cruel, please take a moment to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep stories like this alive. He had taken this road only because of a sudden traffic diversion, a small inconvenience in an otherwise carefully controlled life. For years, his days were measured in meetings, profits, and numbers that kept climbing higher, while his heart quietly grew numb. He rarely noticed the people who cleaned his floors, washed his dishes, or kept his house running smoothly. The maid was one of them, quiet, respectful, always early, always leaving before anyone truly noticed she had been there. He remembered her polite nods, her tired eyes, and the way she spoke lovingly about her son when she thought no one was listening. And now, there she was, lying in a dump as if the world had decided she was worthless. He stepped out of the car, his expensive shoes sinking slightly into the filth, and felt a strange shame rise in his chest. The woman's face was pale, streaked with dirt and dried tears, her arms wrapped tightly around the boy, who looked no older than 8. The child's thin body trembled, not from fear anymore, but from exhaustion and hunger. It took only moments to realize they were alive, but barely. As he arranged for immediate help, his mind raced, trying to understand how someone he employed, someone he saw almost every day, had ended up here without him knowing. As they were taken to safety, fragments of her life began to surface, piece by painful piece. The maid had been a single mother since her husband died in a factory accident, an incident buried under paperwork and forgotten compensation promises. She had worked tirelessly, juggling cleaning jobs, borrowing money at high interest, and skipping meals so her son could eat. When she fell ill and missed work for several days, the fragile balance of her life collapsed. Her landlord threw her out without mercy, relatives turned away, and the city she had served quietly for years offered no shelter. Desperation pushed her into corners no one should ever have to face, until the dump became the last place where no one would chase them away. The millionaire struggled with the weight of this truth. He had believed that providing a job was enough, that paying wages cleared his conscience. But now he saw the invisible walls between classes, the silence that keeps suffering hidden just out of sight. He realized how easily he had ignored the signs, the sudden weight loss, the faint cough, the way she clutched her bag as if it contained her entire world. The guilt did not come as a dramatic wave, but as a slow, suffocating pressure that made it hard to breathe. As days passed, the woman recovered slowly, her son clinging to her with a quiet fear that broke the hardest hearts around him. The boy had learned too early what it meant to be unwanted, to be thrown away by a system that favored those who already had everything. The millionaire visited often, no longer as an employer but as a man trying to understand his role in someone else's survival. Each visit stripped away another layer of his former self, replacing it with something raw, uncomfortable, and deeply human. Change did not come instantly or easily. It came through sleepless nights, through long conversations with doctors, social workers, and his own reflection. He began to question the empire he had built and the cost at which it stood. He funded medical care, secured a safe home, and ensured the boy could return to school without fear. But more importantly, he listened. He listened to stories of loss, resilience, and quiet strength that humbled him more than any business failure ever could. The maid, once invisible, slowly regained her dignity. Strength returned to her eyes, though the memory of the dump never fully left. The boy began to smile again, cautiously at first, as if joy were something fragile that might be taken away. Watching them heal became a mirror for the millionaire's own transformation. He realized that success without compassion was an empty achievement, and that true wealth lay in the lives we choose not to ignore. Just before the ending, we have a special request for you. Please comment below and tell us where you're watching from and whether you believe one act of kindness can truly change a life. Your words matter more than you know. Near the end of this journey, standing outside the modest home he helped them build a future in, the millionaire felt lighter than he ever had in his glass towers and luxury offices. He knew he could never erase what they had endured, but he could ensure their story did not end in a dump. It would end in dignity, opportunity, and hope. And in saving them, he discovered that he had also rescued something lost within himself. If this story touched your heart, if it made you pause and feel something real, please like this video, share it, and leave a comment. Your engagement helps spread stories of compassion in a world that desperately needs them.